Hi, my name's Jerry. I'm 76 and spent my life as a writer working a lot with National Geographic Society. And I also grew up in the 60s, high school and college, when you would lie down and put your head between the stereo speakers and blast the Beatles. As a result, no doubt, I have severe hearing loss in the upper register. And so my hearing curve goes like this and then plunges when you get to the high notes. So that meant I looked into hearing aids about 8 years ago, and I got Oticon. They were called OPN 1s, which I think was the state of the art then. Very good, and I've had good luck with those, but I'm a couple generations behind those now, and so I just got Oticon Real 1s. I think they're called Oticon Real MiniRITEs. And those, I think, are a big step up in what most of us probably are concerned about, and that's not listening to Mozart in a quiet room, but going into a restaurant with friends where there are a bunch of people around at other tables and clattering dishes and music playing, and you're struggling to hear the other people's conversation. I'd say the Oticon Real 1s, which is the premium line and the top of the models, are a big improvement for me. And I have to say that the zip hearing discount made them much more affordable. What else do you need to know? I can show you, they're back here. I have hair, which is nice. I have friends who wear hearing aids who don't have any hair, and you can't really see this. Well, all that shows is that little tiny hair-like thing, which I think you can see there, that little thread, that carries the sound from the receiver to the speaker. And this part goes behind your ear, as probably you know, and the rest of it goes in your ear. Pretty easy to put on. There's also an app on your phone, which you can look into. And with it, I got this charger. This is much better than my old system of using those little tiny batteries. This charges overnight. You just pop them in there, and it plugs in. And also, you see those lights. That means that the battery in here is charged up, and that means I could take this in the car or on an overnight trip without taking the cord. They go in there at night, and they're charged up. So it's kind of a smart charger, I think they call it. What I like most about the hearing aids that I have, the Oticons, is first the trying to decipher people's voices in a crowd, and also the fact that they're useful settings. There's a general setting, which is your audiologist or tech will take your hearing loss curve and adjust your hearing aids to that curve. But there are also other ones. There's the noise in hearing in a noisy environment, I think that's what it's called. And you click that on when you're in a noisy place, wind blowing in a car and you're trying to talk, or at a restaurant. There's a kind of a quiet mode where it's called comfort, where you kind of damps down the sound. You can still hear fine, but there's not so much racket in your environment. And there are other ones for music and so on. And I believe, though I haven't done it, you can use your telephone, turn on the app and shove it over, into the area where you want to hear a conversation. Maybe it's a lecture, or, you put it in front of the teacher or whatever, and it acts as a kind of a microphone and sends the sound directly to your ear. I would recommend Oticons. I think they are pretty much the state of the art among hearing aids these days, but there are other good brands. I have friends with Phonak and other ones. Let me think what else. The number one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's considering hearing aids, and that would be, go get them. I had a friend, my age, my best friend, and he was always going, what? And driving his wife nuts. And finally, because he found out I had hearing aids, he didn't think it was such, an old fogey thing to do. And he got hearing aids, and he was so glad he did, as was I. So that's my review. If you have any further questions, I'm sure your audiologist or the Oticon website can answer them for you. Thanks very much.